Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to give you another monthly reading for December for the water element for December 2023. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting the collective, keeping us safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Well, the healing card, that hermit, going within, finding the answers, seeking out answers. We have a stalemate at the end here, but that is just Spirit doing what is needed for us to heal, putting us in a position where we need to sit and think and feel and understand, and then communicate and speak with others to make healing occur. Getting messages for the water element. Anywhere in your chart where you have water signs that are planets that are in water signs or near the water signs, that is what you're going to be experiencing through the elemental reads. And you may find it strong, you may find it not so strong. But then when I do the signs, which I'll be doing shortly, when that comes out, you'll be able to decipher a little better or easier, and it'll be a little more clearer for you. I think I feel good with this shuffle. I'm going to just cut. Again, I thank you for your support, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. You know, sharing is more of a request on my part, so that if you know someone who can make use of this type of a read, hand it out. Let them understand through the reading what they are looking for answers about, and then if they subscribe, well, then it'll just be easier to bring in that energy. It's more for bringing in the energy. Okay, I feel like again, all the element readings have been a little where I cut twice. I'm just going to give one more shuffle because I can't seem to put the cards down. And that's it. I'm going to do one more cut. Again, thank you, Spirit, for protecting the collective, keeping us safe. The read layout is still the same. It is the first line is for the viewer. The viewer, if you're not a water element, it's because your energy is brought in, and you may be dealing with a water element. Just want to see that it's lined up, because I've been having quite a bit of a struggle every time I do a layout. It seems to be not the way I want it to look. So I want you to see the cards more than anything. And then they're off the table when they get to the third line. So I'll just bring it this way. Try not to take up too much time doing this, but eventually I'll get it right. All right, so it's more for the angle for you. Okay, this could work. Sorry. I'm gonna get there. I'll just raise the cards up. Okay, so the second line is people you cross, people you know, people you don't know. How they affect you, how you affect them. And the third line is the outcome of this read. But as I do the first when I first start, it's all about the viewer at this point, and then I break it down. So we start at the bottom of the deck. We have the ace. Sorry, it is like an ace, but it's the knave of swords with the hangman and the sun, and then the ace of wands. So the water elements, you're finding out the truth, or you're looking for it at least. I mean, we're all looking for more truth now since the last eclipse through with the moon, because it's all emotional, and this is your element where you're ruled by emotions. You are emotionally deeply connected. To whomever you're connected to, you will be strongly connected because of your intuition. And this is where the truth is coming. You're picking it up and you're finding it out, whether you're looking for it or not, it's coming to you. Then you have this hangman with the sun. So Spirit has put us into a position of, okay, you're going to sit, go take a time out, and you're going to reflect. You're going to see what you've done, where you've been, who you've been with, what you've said, etc. You're going over all of what has happened, because this is what we are meant to do, especially just at the time of the year where it's the end. So we're reflecting on everything that took place within this current year and further back for some, and others even further back. But then we look for the truth, and we don't even look for it. We find the truth. It just comes to us. And this is where Spirit is saying, you need to sit and relax, reflect, and take that time to dig deep inside, because your passion and that passionate conversation that you've had or will have with another is all about the truth and what you believe your truth is. You can go a little further back and see there's no trust. There's a question of trust. There's a question of healing. Again, this is where the balance will come in, because we have that five of wands showing with the magician. It becomes a 6 of wands. So there's a lot of ego attached here, where we want to control, and we want to control healing. We want to control destiny. We want to control what we believe in or what others believe in. We want to have a certain control over others, and that is where the third party comes in to say, well, the truth will be revealed. It already has been for most of us, and for some we're finding out more truths about what it is that we think we want to get into. This is where that trust level is coming up concerning third parties, whether it is with business or with romance. It's not just with when we say third parties, it's all about another woman or another man. No, it's there are different kinds of third party relationships, and it is up to you, the viewer, to decide if what is being said meshes with the type of third party that you are in. Now again, we always reflect third party with romance, and the first line is all about that. It's about ending a relationship or sealing a relationship into marriage, because this is about business, this is about abundance, this is about sharing what you have with another, and this change. You see, so we have an ending that's changing. There's transformation here. And of course, it brings into emotional communication that is going to take a while to happen, according to our Knight of Pentacles here. We see that the two knights together is that you, the viewer, you're looking into making changes in your life with who you want to share with. If you want to have a marriage, if you want to get a divorce, if you were changing your mind about a relationship, you were thinking, well, I want to be in a marriage, but then I don't want to, or you're just changing the way that you relate. That offer is going to be very passionate. It's a very romantic. So you want to have a relationship where you can be passionate. For some. For others, it is a question of, I want to get out of a marriage so I can get into another one. For others, I want to get away from one so I could go to another, and I can't wait to do it. But you see, here we have the ego. And this is where I say there's an ego attached, because we have someone outside of you, and if it is not you, it is someone else who is trying to control a relationship. But that in itself is going to change, because the truth is coming out, and there's an openness to love, an openness to love, to be, to take that leadership quality, even if it is the ego, but it is how we use the ego, as you've heard me say. You can use it to do good, and you can use it to do bad. And in this case, there is a sense of transparency here that we need to have we need to have with another, or the other wants to have with you. There is a give and take. There is a give and take here that needs to take place. This is where the transformation comes in, and it's on a very emotional level here. And the anger that may come from another is based on emotions. It's based on getting their satisfaction. If it is that you're in a relationship where you want to rile up the anger in someone else to get satisfaction, well, it depends on the next person, because the outcome to that is going to be, let's see here, we have very emotional communication. See, very loving, the King of Cups here, very loving. And then we have the transformation of the ego of the King of Cups, where he changes. He becomes different because of that openness to be transparent, to decipher the truth from the lies, to have the satisfaction of a relationship, to get a yes, because the goal is to get a yes, I want to be with you. But is that going to be the answer? Well, the outcome shows here overall that there's a holding back on that satisfaction for that relationship, for that proposal. It's a doubt. There's a I need to know more, and that is where this truth comes in with the stalemate. The sun brings in all the clarity. So we're thinking, well, I'm going to get what I want, because this card here, the Nine of Cups, it does show that there is a satisfaction to be had from a relationship, from a proposal, even for a yes to come. But you see, with this, the two of swords here, it indicates that there is a doubt in the mind where I may not get the yes that I want. You, water element, you are thinking that, or the next person is thinking that their ego is causing that disruption, causing that doubt, causing that distrust that we saw earlier. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is the final outcome when we look at the layout of the cards. This is the last card, so it ends with her, and she represents that solid, that solid groundedness, that knowing what I want and working for it and being able to provide and having that satisfaction. Again, it is the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles in the same lineup. So it is a question of taking the time and putting that effort and putting a quality of effort, not just putting the effort, but getting that satisfaction with the effort. So the wanting for a yes as a response. If I were to say here, according to this layout, the answer that you want is a yes, but you are in yourself doubting that you will get it. Now, again, the next person, we would have to look a little deeper in, but the next person here in this line has an ego, has a control, has a wanting to be a leader. Okay, this next person is developing themselves emotionally in their own leadership. For some. For others, it would be that they are using their ego, using anger emotionally to manipulate, to get satisfaction. Now again, it is up to you, the viewer, to decide if it is that you are being manipulated or that you are doing the manipulation when it comes down to a romantic proposal, whether it is on a business level or a loving level. This layout here, it shows more of a romance where you're looking for relationship with another for marriage. Okay, I don't see right now, I don't feel the pull of a business endeavor here where I meaning the viewer is looking for a business proposal to take place. This doesn't look like that at all. This looks and feels more like it's an emotional communication. Now we also have the medicine wheel. Sorry. The Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, I think my next reading will be the medicine wheel that I have done previously in November. I'm going to do another one. It just jumped at me. But the Wheel of Fortune shows up here to say that there is an ending. Yeah? There is a cycle that is turning out, and it is about an egotistical relationship or a proposal for a relationship using the ego. It is going to fade. It is going to turn into something else, as we can see here with the transformation, because all parties are in the form of transforming. We're all learning and growing because of truth that we've had come to us, okay? It's a lot of messages here for the water element. So we'll start with, of course, the 10, because we want to know, usually from the beginning, what is going on. Just looking to see if there's any more messages here. But no, it's come down to the relationship, for romance, for love. Again, it is December, so people want to make up and come back together or get into a relationship, because that's what is going on here. And it will take an ego for some to break off with a relationship so they can get into another one, as well as to break your own ego so that you can humble yourself and make that change. And this is where that Wheel of Fortune can play, where you discern better because of the truth that you've discovered. Okay, so let's see, what is this 10 of coins representing? Thank you, Spirit. We have that healing card. Now this when I was cleaning the deck just before I went on camera, I do that to really bring in the energy. The cards just flipped this card out, and I was thinking, well, okay, it's all about healing. And the stalemate was the card that it came up next to when I was doing that shuffle. And I'm thinking, okay, well, we have to do a healing, and here it is. We have a completion where we're ending up a cycle, and we're going within to understand what took place and to heal that what is hurting us, or what broke or brought the relationship to an end, is what I'm thinking here. We find that we have quite a bit of protection. We have the 9 and the 3 of the High Arcana. So it is by sheer luck, and I say luck because I can't seem to say Wheel of Fortune. It is destiny. It is Jupiter. It is what is meant to be that is being brought in the way it is coming in. If things have come to an end for you, and you are hurting, or you are angry, and you are in doubt, because that is what this plays out to be, that something has come to an end, and it has brought in a huge, traumatic, drastic change. And it has developed into a third party, or it has brought light to a third party, or it has broken up the third party, or even it has brought in more determination because of what was destroyed, that you have learned and grown, and you've become stronger from it, for it, because of it. Okay, that is where we have different aspects come in. So third party situations, we have individual development, leadership qualities. Okay, take it as it resonates. If you fit it into a third party situation that's now taking on a new form, or changing, or you are thinking, well, I don't want to be in a third party because this, so I need to break up this relationship so I can go and be in another one. Really, you have to see where it fits for you, because there's so many messages coming in that we have another ending, or we have a proposal that will come to a marriage, which will bring us to a new beginning. You see? So it is a question of which way you want to go, if you're breaking up or if you're making it a thing where, no, I want to keep the third party, so I'm going to work at that. Some of us are doing that. And then there are those of us who think, well, I want this one, but I want that one, and can't decide between the two. Again, that is all in the emotions. So you have to follow your intuition, follow that determination. What is it that you really want? Knowing what you want. Again, it's all passionate with the wands. So it's a question of what makes you tick. What does the next person do to make you tick, to make you want to go with them, to make you want more of that, whatever it is that you find that you're getting from your third party, if that's what you're trying to hold on to. Okay. I don't like to end with that. So we have the Fool. So it's going to bring a new beginning. So this either the third party is ending or there is a marriage. Okay, either one. But there's a new beginning coming from that. And then there's that Seven of Cups, where we find there's confusion for some, where we have too many choices, or we have that open road to, I can choose whatever I want because it is my destiny. I know what I want. I know what I want. I want to seal the deal. I want to have that relationship. I want a relationship. I'm going to focus on my relationships. See, this is where the healing comes in. And again, it comes down to the Nine of Pentacles, where we are deciding, we are able to discern, we have the experience, we have acquired, whether it is financial or if it is an emotion. We have acquired enough and we understand enough, we have learned enough that we can get a victory in our commitment, that we want to speak the truth about. Oh boy, it looks like there's going to be a lot of I see there's the eight of wands, but I won't take that. We have enough cards here. This is like a whole reading in one card. All right, let's see how this plays out, because I've been given three different kinds of scenarios going on here, so you know who you are in whichever scenario fits you, or makes you think of your scenario, if it's not one of those three scenarios. But again, it's all about the healing, and this is spiritually guided. You see, this this Hermit, this is true wisdom. This is wisdom where you just know. And it's not just you have the experience, you've lived through, you've lived long enough, you've gone through certain things that you're deciding on yourself, within yourself. You're deciding that I don't want this anymore, I want something different, or I really want this, I want to fix this, I want to heal this. Whatever it is, because Spirit is giving you that insight, and giving all of us, not just the one or the two. It's all of us are affected when these high arcana come up, and there's no dodging. There's no, okay, well, it's a wand, it's a fire sign. So what? The earth and the water elements and fire sign, and earth and water signs are excluded. No, not at all. That is narrow-minded thinking when you think about, well, it's just because it says it's a fire sign. No, it is passion, it is determination, it is drive, it is deep desire, it is actually knowing what you want, because that's what she represents, our beautiful Queen of Wands that everybody likes to say, third-party situation. I mean, we have to be a little more open-minded. And that is what this card represents. Our three here. Another one that says a third-party situation. Things coming in threes. Yes. Look, we even have three of the birds here. one here and two, another three. It's like, you can look at it like that. But you see, that is where the wisdom comes in. We have to reckon with third-party situations, most of us at this time, because they've been found out, or we've been found out, depending on if you are yourself the third party looking at this clip. Because it's deep within the emotional aspects of this reading that everything coming up here is all about truth, emotion, beginning, taking on a new beginning, going into marriage, wanting to be married. That, it didn't show, at least, no, it didn't show. The other card that came up when I was doing the shuffling of this deck to clean the deck, it was the Hermit and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a sense of loss. There's a sense of missing. I miss, I want to have. Why can't I have? I don't have. And then we have the Queen of Cups here. We have the Two of the Empress, the High Priestess, where we're looking for transparency, emotional love. We want the emotional love. But then we have an ego taken on. And we're thinking, well, this person outside of you is angry. Or this person is trying to raise anger in you emotionally. Okay, we have all kinds of scenarios going on, but the point here is that you want to have a relationship, you must speak the truth about it. You must say what you want in order to have that new beginning come, in order to seal that deal if it is that you want to be in a relationship. It's a question of choice. It really is a question of choice, and that is where the wisdom comes in. All right. And now let's just move on here, because we have a commitment it is destined. It is the focus. It's not that it's destined. Well, it is destined. But because of the Hermit, because of this card, you, the viewer, you are looking into having a commitment that is built and based on honesty. You want to be truthful, or at least you want the partnership to be honest. You want a real relationship is what this is saying. In what aspect? Well, that's up to you to decide. Now let's see what this proposal is all about. Just to make it clear on what we're dealing with as this proposal goes. There it is. Strategy. Even betrayal. That proposal could be you making plans, you figuring it out, or you figured it out. You have grown and changed, so now you want certain things to go in a certain order. Again, that ego is a big play here, especially where it comes between the ending of a cycle to create a new one, to go into a relationship where you have that conversation. You're planning and plotting to have a conversation, or at least you want to speak. You're figuring out what it is you want to say, and it is going to be for forgiveness, and you're anxious about it. You're worrying. You're having sleepless nights, some of you, but you are wondering and hoping that what you say will bring in that yes, because you want to have that stability, or your desire is for a stable relationship wherein you keep getting partners who run off and have third parties, and you're trying to understand why. Again, that is where the Hermit comes in. And this transformation card, no, I'm not taking cards for it, simply because it is a question of learning and growing at this point, and understanding the types of relationships that you've been through that you don't want anymore, that you're seeing where you want to have that sense of stability, and you're deciphering the type of people that you go off and ask to be in a relationship with, using your intuition, getting that discernment. Now this is high levels of intuition here when you have our high priestess with the Two of Swords, huh? Because she in herself is all about intuition, and the Two of Swords is about using the intuition. This is about having it, and this is about using it. The Two of Swords here, where you discern, you decipher, you hold back, you say certain things, you don't say certain things, and of course brings in the end of a cycle. I shouldn't end on that card, but I felt I had to put it there. Okay, so we know that this proposal is all about real change, real change. In this deck, this card is all about betrayal here. So for some, it is a question of making a proposal to create a betrayal. Now, I've been talking about this with the other elements. I don't remember which one it came up really strongly with. It could be with the fire, simply because we have our Queen of Wands here. So you may want to reflect and go listen to the fire element to see if it is that you have the experience of being in a third party, that your doubt, your suspicions are bringing you to be very concerned that the proposal that you will make will be taken as a form of a third party being developed, or you are trying to develop a third party situation with a partnership so that you could feel your sense of stability. But take it as it resonates. Again, I'm not here to judge. If you are really working on building up a third party situation because you feel that you will be stable and have your satisfaction in that, then go for it if that's what you think. But it's not for me to tell you you're doing the wrong thing, because I don't know what your reasoning is, and I'm not going to take this this plane here to preach and tell people how to live their lives. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you see your way to finding the path that you know you need to be on. See, there's a reason that I do this, where I call out third parties, or I call out people who take advantage of another. It's just to put things into perspective on your part. And of course, it brings in the closure, because once you get that yes, then you're home free. You're going to get what you deserve, is what this means. You're going to get what you deserve. One way or another, your anxiety for forgiveness, to knowing what you need to say, for planning what you want, it will bring a stability. Because if you're going in with a healing aspect, again with that the Hermit on the first card, and talking about the truth here and being honest, of course you're going to get what you deserve, which is a relationship that brings in stability. But it's going to take time for whomever, good, bad, or ugly. It's going to take time. It won't work right away. If it is you're planning and plotting for betrayal, it's going to take time. And it won't work right away just because you spoke the truth and just because you said, I really love you and I want us to be together. It's going to take time. All right, let's move into the second line here on what is this Queen of Cups representing here, because she seems to be the key on this ego. So what is the Queen of Cups? There it is. Learning your lessons, having that understanding, that openness to knowledge, to being open to what is real and what is the truth and what is the laws and what is the consequences of going through the healing process, because that's what all this is about, is to open up. This Queen of Cups here represents being open to love and making it possible. See, she has 3 little ones here. She has 3 little ones, and she's taking care of that. She's making sure that everybody is able to be open to love. That is her core, is to bring in that unconditional love and have that sense of knowing and trusting that the higher powers that be will do what is necessary to keep her in that openness for love, because that's what it's all about. And love and marriage go together, because this is also representing marriage, where it is where you stand in the highest authority And love is the strongest force on earth. We know that. We all know that. It's proven here again. So this is coming in to bring in the good side of the ego. This is what I wanted to see with this card. Whatever reflects here shows the type of ego that we have coming in here. And we want to bring in a sense of leadership and control depending on where you are. Again, it is all about relationship, and it is about loving and caring for others, whether it is on an unconditional level or a romantic level where you are in love. But we don't see, well, that we don't see. Let's not judge here. I'm leaving it open to you if it is that you have fallen in love with someone, or if it is that someone else has fallen in love with you and you're going through those feelings. Okay, again, Christmas is coming. That sense of holiday spirit where that unconditional love and wanting to have a certain level of control, that is also at play here. Let's not just look into the fairy tale of it, but that is what is the desire is to have a relationship with deep love. Somebody is actually wanting that. That's where their satisfaction will come, if they have that depth of love that she offers and brings it to marriage. See that commitment here. Then we have the World card, which is again getting what you deserve. In this here, the Judgment card, sorry, this I didn't give the full meaning, I just said it's getting you just desserts, but this is for a second chance. Somebody wants a second chance with this proposal. This is why they are nervous, wanting to have that stability. They're very nervous about getting it in a second chance because of what was done. Again, it reflects on that ego. So we're looking at the ego shifting from being negative to positive, if we want to really take advantage of what the transformation card is doing here, where you, the viewer, you can see the error of your ways, and you have for some. And if it's not you, the viewer, then it is the partnership that you are looking into as a water element. They have seen the error of their ways, and they want to make amends, and they are nervous that they will not get the yes that they're looking for. But it's a question of free will. This is why I could say, yes, you'll get it, but then will you be able to keep it? I have mentioned that in another reading. So we have the just desserts here are coming in because of work that was done, for the investment, for what you've put in already. You want to get back what you've put in for the effort, and this is where the strength of that love really puts a hold on. I want to get married. I want to be in this relationship because I've invested into it. And the Knight of Wands, again, there's the passion and then all of the betrayal. You see that sense of, I want to heal. That is what all this love is about. I want to heal. I want to heal what happened. So the viewer wants to heal, or the partnership, or someone that you're crossing, people that you cross at work, maybe you've decided to really put the effort into following the rules and being a part of the team. Again, it can reflect into your work, but again, I see it more as a relationship for love. But then you do love your work, yeah? It's not just, I'm gonna just do this all about love. There is work involved here, because it could be with somebody that you're working with, someone that had a very difficult time at work. They were disappointed for whatever, or they were disappointed in the last relationship, or they're looking to heal the integrity of that relationship through the Queen of Cups, being open to love and following the rules of the game, in the sense where laws of nature, attracting what it is that you really want by going in for that forgiveness, and that ego playing out. Let's see what the satisfaction is going to represent here for this reading. Ooh, bringing down the Tower. again, it is about healing. So that overindulgence, because it reflects now, if the satisfaction is bringing in the tower moment for healing, because that's what this is, and this is about patience. Slowly, that tower is going to come down. It's because we want to heal an ego that was creating a problem, that did create the betrayal of sorts, whatever it is that you're disappointed in, or that the next person was disappointed in. And it is about work that was done in the past, and it is about mind games. You see, where we have that I want to take control, I want to control another one's life, I want to control the relationship, I want to have that power over another. That is coming down. That is coming down. That's not going to last. It's not going to go far. It's not going to go any further because of the truth that has come about. Because of the eclipses, we've already had the tower movement in some cases. And it's not, other tower movements are coming down now because of other efforts that have been put into play to try and manipulate or get somebody to believe or convince the next person. You know what I mean. You put it to your situation. But then we have that mind game, that taking back that sense. You see, we have the seven of wands here. This is the integrity. So we're taking back what was taken from us when we see the tower card coming down. Sorry, the tower card showing up, and then we have high arcana with being recognized. You see the healing here. This is spirit bringing down that tower. This is spirit saying, okay, you know what, enough. I have had enough, is what spirit is saying. This is enough. I have to step in here and make sure that the recognition comes back to this person, the next person. It may not be you, but if it is, I mean, you put yourself in this circumstance. The recognition is to come to this person because of the effort that they have done, because they have invested, because they have made up their mind. Spirit is coming in and saying, okay, you're going to get back what you deserve, and you're going to have that stability. Again, this is all about pentacles. The main cards in here that show a difference, apart from the Queen of Wands, is the Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. We also have our King of Swords, which is very good because between the two of them, we have truth in the stability. And we are making up our minds and taking ourselves into a higher level of understanding, where we're moving on, we're growing, we're moving into something else. We want to have a change. We don't want to be in a certain situation or a certain relationship. And that is where the tower comes down to help us move on and have a celebration. That's where the devil will say, see, this is again spirit doing this work. The devil is coming to now say, well, no more third parties for you, and this relationship is going to move on. The communication is this communication here. There is a communication. This is a party of a sort. It could be a third party. Again, breaking that up. But not just third party. Because it's a 3, we always automatically go into the third party. There's a lot of third party situations with these water elements. Again, it is all about emotion. So we have to address it no matter what. We can't just keep ignoring third parties and saying, well, it's not, I don't do third parties. No. It is a question of your communication. That indulgence, that overindulgence, being passionate is overdone. And that is where the tower came down for that. I see it's overindulgence for satisfaction, wanting the satisfaction, but getting the truth. All right, I won't take too many cards more. We have enough here. This is real depth, or in depth, because it's satisfaction and over too much, doing too much. That I can't get enough. Wanting. I can't get enough. And that is what Spirit is saying. You've had enough. You need to see where you draw the line. You need to learn to draw the line. And again, that emotional love is what is teaching us to draw the line and say, I don't want that. I want some, but I don't want more than. And that is where the just desserts come in. And the work that you've put in will show. See, the Knight of Wands. I said the Queen of Wands, but it's the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and then we have all three of the Pentacles, and now we have the Swords. So it's a question of communication. And it is passionate, bringing in what you really believe in, to come now and end the cycle by drawing the line on how far you're willing to go in a relationship. Again, we are being able to be stronger here. Okay, it's not a question of calling out a third party and pointing fingers and placing blame. No, this is a question of spiritual growth, healing. It's the first card, remember. It's all about this, coming together, breaking up, changing, getting your fair share for some, sharing what you have for others. But the main card on this read here, if I didn't take all of these, it would be healing. Healing a marriage, healing a relationship, healing a legacy, healing what is considered family. Bringing in that for some, not for all. Place yourself where it fits with the information that I'm getting here, because these are spiritual messages coming in. It's not just what people want me to say. This is what you need. You're looking for answers. Well, it is a question of growing up, regardless of how young or old you are. It is a question of growing up. It is a question of facing the truth, your own truth from another, getting that support from others who have taken advantage. You may find that the apology coming in, because it is linked here, the apology coming in is because they were taken advantage and they've come to realize that they need to face it and need to face you and say, I'm sorry. And they're going to do it too, but they're going to do it with honesty and they're going to do it with integrity. This is the second line, so take it as it resonates. And it's all about leaving. And if it is that somebody is leaving a third party due to overindulgence, realizing that their passion is being honest and going for the truth, because that is change. That is what change is. That is what the Tower brings in. Moving into that truth. Being able to stand in that proposal and say, you know what? I really do want this. And knowing why. And being backed up. Because look, this is not just ego. This is that leadership. This is that determination coming in with the change. So for some who are saying, well, will I get it? Yes. The answer is yes, you will. But the question following is, will you be able to keep it? If you stand in integrity and you hold on to that leadership, or the next person does, because this is about someone else at this point, then yes, it will work. And it is going to turn in the way that will be abundant for you. Because the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's like I say, it's sheer luck. But it's not just sheer luck. It's you're born into that place in this time where the wheel will turn. And because you have done the work, you see right here, because you or the next person has done the work, then yes, it will work in your favor. It will come into, but not before there is doubt. Again, there's question, there's discernment, there is more truth to be had. Again, we can look at this and we can say another Three of Swords, where there will be disappointment. Because some of us will have that, no, it's not going to come to you. Because of that third party situation that somebody wants to hold on to. It's not going to work. The relationship will not go, because the doubt alone is going to say, I want to be grounded. I want to have something real. So no, I don't want to be in a third party. No, I don't want to be with you because of that third party. For some. Okay, now let's take a look at this last card here. So I'm going to end this. We take an oracle message. What is the Queen of Pentacles representing here? You see the change that is brought on because of that healing conversation that you will have, telling the truth. And her truth will come out. And this is where the healing comes. And I say her because it's just representation of the goddess in itself. It's a feminine quality of being able to give and knowing that what you're giving is valuable, and having that notion of receiving something from someone else will be valuable, because that is what the exchange is all about. Speaking about the truth and what it is you're sick and tired of is where that change is going to reflect. Again, it's a lot of truth coming up here. And that's I'm going to, you know what, is it going to be the same? Because I don't want more of the same. I had enough. And then we have that, taking that next step, going into the marriage, saying I want a proposal. But maybe we've had so many offers, or we've been talking about it for so long now. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want to do it now. Or I don't want to do this. It depends. It's a change, because again, this is not recognizing that fourth cup, not taking the healing understanding. And we have a double 4, so it brings it into an 8. An 8, a broken 8, it means it's a little bit difficult. So we're feeling like a little depressed about getting into that marriage. You see, because she's independent, this Queen of Pentacles. Not that she doesn't want to be with someone, it's just that she's able to take care of herself. And her focus is not on marriage, her focus is on work. This is why I was feeling that sense of, it's not just about a relationship in love, it is a relationship in work. Wanting to develop and be married to your work, in other words. And this is the healing process that some of us are going through, where we decide we don't want to be with somebody. We want to focus on our projects. We want to focus on what we are feeling our calling to in this life, our career in most cases, because of whatever age group you're falling into. You will feel, okay, you know what, I want to leave something behind. I want to make a mark. Well, it's not going to be with a man or a woman. It's going to be with what I can offer to the world. And there it is. Big change. Everybody's going through the water elements. You're going through what is building up to be your courage now, because of all of what you've experienced, all of the hurts, all of the disappointments, regardless if it is in a personal relationship, a romantic relationship, a working relationship, whatever the relationship was to you that put you into stalemate, if it was, where you had to be put into time, or where you had to sit and think about, wait a minute, this is where I'm headed. I don't want to go there. I want to go this way. This is not what I bargained for. Why am I getting this? Etc. Okay, that is the true ending here. This change will bring on a whole new direction that will heal that disappointment and give us a reason to move on and become stronger, better educated in most cases, depending on where you see your education. I'm not talking about going to school. Yes, the Hierophant does indicate higher knowledge, university, etc. It does include that, but that's not my point. The point is that you have a better understanding about what you want out of your life, and you have the courage to get it, and you are focused, and you have the memory of what brings you back to love. You know what you want. And we will end on this ace. Here she is, our Queen of Pentacles, reaching in because of that Queen of Cups, that openness to love, reaching in to accept or make an offer, which is divinely guided. It will bring abundance. We'll end it on the good news. All about the truth, people. It's all about what you believe in. What is your truth? What is it that you really want? You see, that is where we get this 4 of Cups. And 3 4s. 3 fours. So we're now looking at this is behind the scenes where spirit is guiding this change coming in, is bringing us a healing truth. It is making us really think about what it is we want and how we're going to get it, because this is a question of growing up again, get into the next step, go in for the marriage for some, go in for school for others. Just go in within and understanding what it is you want and making that choice, because you have the courage. Spirit is giving it to us. Spirit is saying you are courageous. You are a woman, if you are a woman who is independent. And if you are a male looking at this, then this is your emotional qualities as what the woman would represent, the feminine aspect, that nurturing, that caring. As a man, you are feeling the connectivity to caring for the next person, nurturing a relationship. Okay? It's not just because it's a queen, it's all about a woman. No, men come into this too. And we have that memory. You see, remembering the courage and the healing bring back that memory of, yes, the most powerful force on the earth brings us back to where we are supposed to be, which is all about love. You want to have a loving relationship. You want to make a loving proposal. You want it so much. Spirit is guiding it. And then there will be all of what you could have could come from it. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a disturbance there. So we're just going to take an oracle message. That's where I left off. Thank you, Spirit. This is an amazing reading. When it comes down to really going into what you want and recognizing it and healing whatever it is you have between another, whether it is to end or to go into a further, deeper relationship. That's where we're at. We're at the pivot point of ending relationships or sealing the deal in some cases, or making new relationships come in. Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this reading for water elements? December 2023. Let's see here. This one wants to turn. Regeneration. We'll keep that. It just lifted off. So we'll just keep. This will be like the advice card here. What is the... Imagine. I know you saw when I turned the deck, when I had to stop. Well, I don't know if you saw, but when I saw it, it was at the bottom of the deck. So now it's at the top. So imagine. And then we have at the bottom unfinished symphony. So some of us really have to finish off, and some of us really have to begin. See, regeneration. And in between we have the imagine. So the world is our oyster, as we like to say. Whatever we want can come to us. And again, this is the 20 here. So it represents the second chance. We want that, you know. For those of us who do want to get into a second chance with a relationship, it will take time. Don't think it's a no. It all depends. Free will again. So we were at the 20. So before the 20, we would have been at the 19. Let's see. The 19. Flexible. That's where we were. So teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. Again, that is where that unconditional love comes in. That's where the transformation comes in, where we learn, we learn the lesson. We want to change, or we know we want to change, or we've done the work to change in some cases. I mean, we're not all on the same level here, so we'll just take it as it resonates. So now we're at the 20. Let's see what that says. Imagine, turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity, illusions. like I was saying, we had 3 or 4 different scenarios showing up where we had people wanting to create a third party and make it stick. We had others who want to end their third party. We had others who want to end a marriage. We have others who want to get married. Put it where you fit with it, huh? But that's what this is all about. This reading brings out all of that information. Again, it's the truth, revealing the truth, getting to know the truth, getting to speak your truth. And it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not here to judge. If you are into making up third parties and destroying relationships and all of what goes with that, then that is what you're meant to do. And it is up to you to reckon with that and decide. Again, free will, following that intuition, knowing that what you are doing is hurting another person. You may want to think twice, but that is the gift that we have been given, all of us, when we say free will. You get to choose, not because you're put here to do it. You don't have the option. In some cases, we don't have an option. Where I have said it. And I think I said it when I was talking about that tower lesson. I know I said it there. Where even if you fight against the notion of not wanting to say something and then you find yourself compelled to do it, yes, there are instances where we cannot avoid, because that is where we recognize that we are not in control. And we find ourselves doing things that we said we wouldn't do, or saying things that we say we wouldn't say, etc. But then there are other circumstances where we do get to make the change and say, you know what, if I do that, this is not going to be good for the next person, so I'm not going to do it. And you don't do it. There is a difference. Spirit gives us that free will for a reason, to see what we will do with it. And it is up to us, where we are given those moments, to know and to understand. And that is where this Two of Swords comes in, where we get to say, well, I shouldn't do this. And I know I have that control. You know when you do, because Spirit gives us that. You think intuition is not from Spirit? It is. Spirit says, okay, I'll give you the power so you can make the change. But you have to practice making that change. And that is where change comes in. And when we falter, where is it? Spirit gives us that 7 here. When we're really not able to make the turn, Spirit comes and says, okay, I'm going to back you up and I'm going to help you make the turn. And Spirit does, because this is not easy. There's any 7, higher corner included. Any 7 is not easy. So we'll take the, I don't know why I have TikTok showing here, but we'll take the oracle message. Actually, no, we'll take the relationship. Relationship message is what stood out here. In matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating, so step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with the attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. Amazing. And that comes down to the transformation too. Okay, so let's look at the regeneration, because that card just said you have to take me. So this is like advice here. 46. Let's see. 46, regeneration. And then we will do sorry, it usually comes up right away. These pages are giving me a trouble today. What's going on? 46. Okay, so rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Those of us who really want one, yes, Spirit is here saying you're going to get it. Those of you who are doubting for different reasons, know that yes, you'll get your second chance. Or you fear that you won't get it with that Nine of Swords. You will get the second chance. Okay, let's read about that. Take on the oracle message because this is for general. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. So things that you've worked on and that you feel like it's gone, I'm never going to get it back. It may come in a different form and you'll be able to use whatever you've put into that, what is no longer there. You'll be able to use that momentum or that imagination or that idea in itself. You'll be able to revive it, but in a different way. That again relates to relationships too. Reviving old relationships, but on a different level. Again, this is where growth and experience come in, and you say, well, you know what? It used to be like that, but I don't want it to be like that. And then when you have the conversation, things will change. Okay, be positive, think positive, and maintain the idea that, yes, things have died. But we have to die in order to come back and be reborn. And in the certain deaths that we go through, because we go through different kinds of deaths. The final death, it just means that we've completed what we were supposed to complete. And if we didn't, we weren't supposed to, even that in itself is a completion. But we will come back. Let's see what the unfinished symphony is, and we'll end it there. Again, for some of us who... The number 10, again, it's all about endings. Endings and new beginnings, because the Fool brings us that new beginning where we're on a new journey, regardless of what has ended, whether it is a marriage or going into marriage, is a new beginning coming. Unfinished symphony. So some of us have work that we didn't complete with other people in relationships. So unfinished business and an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. So there will be a forgiveness. There will be a proposal. Somebody wants to say, I'm sorry. Somebody wants the apology coming to them that they know they deserve. Well, it'll come. On that, we will take... We'll take a protection on that one because some of us are in doubt that we will get the forgiveness with this. The Two of Swords there. So we'll look at the protection on that one. When unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it is a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It is not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. Again, it's about holding back. I need to go and say, I'm sorry. No. Go and face that. You will take your time to do it. It's not a question of hurrying. It's a question of making a choice. Choosing to forgive. Choosing to be open. Choosing to take more interest in the type of relationships that you get yourself into or that you bring to another person. It's a question of looking at you and seeing where you fit with the next person, looking at them and seeing how they fit with you. That unfinished business, we needed to, because this is why we had the eclipse, or both of them, the last two, in other words. It was to bring us to see that we need to finish with some and we need to begin with others, but we need to tie it up. And if it is that we're not doing it properly, Spirit is going to make us take that time, and that we cannot avoid. And on that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, water element, love and light.